Hey, it's that guy Jack, and here's the 1000 sub Q&A video, I promise. These are in no particular order, and I'll try to get YouTube's chapter feature working in case there's something you were curious about, or you just want to see your questions answered. So without any further ado, question 1. What inspires you to start creating ASMR content? Well, I used to listen to a lot of audio roleplays, and I got curious what it was like to make them myself. I didn't think anyone liked mine, to be honest. If it got a lot of hate or whatever, that was fine. Surprisingly, I didn't receive any hate, and still really haven't. So yeah, that definitely changed at some point, but it was really just to see if I could. Question 2. What planet would I be and why? I would be Saturn, for one simple reason. It is the thickest. Now yes, Jupiter is bigger, but if you count Saturn's ring, it is thicker. That's what I'm going with. Yep. Question 3. What is your sexuality? I'm bisexual. Question 4. Is there any type of voice you'd like to try out in future audios? That's a good question. I think I do best at mysterious / menacing characters, and I do love playing villains. But most villains I see are the crazy type and not the cold calculating type I like. Question 5. Do you have a preference when it comes to the type of audio roleplays you do? Not particularly. Whether it's a werewolf audio or a vampire script, it doesn't matter to me, if its contents are good. I like more emotional scripts, something that makes me feel something. That's the mark of a good story, I feel. I suppose I am a bit locked into Dom-type characters, since it would probably sound a bit weird to hear my voice in sub-ear audios. Or at least it's hard for me to imagine. Question 6. Would you ever make lewd audios? I have in fact made one at the moment. I do plan on making more eventually. You can look up that Incubus Jack on Twitter and Reddit. Wink. Wink, wink. Wink. Question 7. What's your favorite series you've done so far? That's a hard one. I really love In Your Arms. Part 3 is a script that made me feel the most emotions. And it's my highest viewed one. I do have a good bit of nostalgia for You Are My Sunshine as well, since it was my first audio. But I really love Noir's 7 Deadly Sins series. I don't know. I think my favorite, if I ever make it, would probably be When You're Evil. A villain ex-hero enemies to lovers storybook series that I'm writing, but that's not going to be an audio anytime soon. Question 8. Collabs? The question is just collabs question mark. The only person at the moment that's featured on my channel is Dave, but he's not really a voice actor, just my longtime friend. I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing collabs. It's kind of whatever, honestly. I have been on other people's channels, though. I do some voice stuff for Dave sometimes, and we play games on his channel. And I did play one in Extrovert Ed's Unfamiliar Rule series, and am planning to be in a Shezzy Rivera series as well. But no one has really come to me first and asked to collab. Or they might mention a collab, or ask if I want to do something, but not contact me further or send me in lines. So I don't know, just be that way. Well, actually, I do have some collabs planned with Noir, but the scripts aren't written yet, so we'll have to see. Question 9. Can I send you scripts? Yes, if you have a script that you think I would be, suited for, I'd be more than happy to take a look at it. Can't promise I'd do it, but I love that. Well, if you want to write a script for me for some reason, amazing. Again, no promise I'd do it, because, sometimes maybe it's just not for me, or some people can be weird about it. It'd just be that way. But yeah, I don't mind it in a general rule. Question 10. Would you ever remake an audio? Well, I have remade Nerdy Boyfriend, my first original audio, and I've thought about remaking Lupin's You Are My Sunshine with better voice acting, someone that isn't me playing Blue and the main character, and with visual novel style graphics. I could also redo the Wholesome Incubus series. I stuffed it at 3 parts because the further ones required another voice actor, and I had way too much social anxiety to ask anyone back then. But I know 1 or 2 people I'm comfortable with asking now. I don't think I'll really do big collabs anytime soon, but yeah, it's definitely possible. Question 11. Regarding fan art. I would love more fan art. I've gotten a little bit, and oh man, it makes my day, really. But yeah, if you ever want to make fan art of my VTuber, or I guess my interpretations of the characters that the audio's for, that'd be cool. I'd love it. Question 12. Would you ever consider doing audiobooks? Yes, I'd love to do audiobooks. I've given a lot of thought about doing a Percy Jackson audiobook, but if I do, it'll probably be its own channel. And aside from Percy Jackson, I'm not sure what else I could do, but I'm open to other book series. I need to read more anyway. Question 13. Have you ever considered comic dubs? Yes, I've considered doing a few. One I'd like to voice is this comic called Chats with the Void. I really like the existentialist themes in it. Maybe it can be like YouTube Short or TikTok. Not sure what else kind of comics I do though. But again, open to, ideas. While on the subject, the media form doesn't matter so much as the content inside it does. So I'd love the voice in animation or games as well. Question 14. How do you make your voice so deep? It's so deep. I don't know if it's that deep. I've been told I have the deepest voice in the ASMR community, but I don't think that's true. I can go deeper though. Let's see. Go this deep. Deeper. Deeper. I think that's... yeah, I think this is probably the deepest I can comfortably go. So yeah. I think my voice is just naturally kind of deep. It did get deeper after I started doing audios though. So there's that. Question 15. What do you think of VTubers? Well, funny you should mention that, seeing as I am a VTuber. I have a V-word that I mainly use, but I am working on making a 2D model myself. That's a little bit more of an interesting design. In general, I think VTuber is an interesting form of self-expression. I love seeing so many varied designs and how that works with their own personality. It's also a great tool for better interactivity for streaming without the risk and pressure of showing your face. Question 16. Do you have a Twitch? Yes, I stream semi-regularly at twitch.tv, that cat jack. Question 17. What is something that motivates you to keep creating content? That's a good question. Sometimes I don't really feel like making audios, but I do anyways. I don't know. I guess I think back to a time where I listened to audios, and I really needed something to distract me, to a break from gruel reality. And among 1,000 people, if my audio gives that to just 1 or 2 people, that's enough for me. Of course, monetization would be nice, and we are pretty close to it, but I doubt that I would make that much from audios. But every little bit helps. Yeah, I just thinking of any possible cause that any number of viewers could have, that helps me. Question 18. If you could play any role in any series ever, who would you voice? Okay, spoilers if you haven't seen Puss in Boots' Last Wish. I would love to have voiced the wolf, Mr. Death straight up himself. He is so cool. He's just the kind of menacing antagonist I like. For series in general, I think I would absolutely lose my mind if I could voice a character in any FromSoft game. Or, in terms of anime, even just a background character in JoJo would be amazing. My girlfriend says that my voice would take Yu Jun-hook from Omniscient Reader, so there's that if that webtoon ever gets an animation. Question 19. When is that VTuber lore dropping? Eye emoji. I was supposed to make a VTuber lore video for 500 subs, but I didn't. You see, I wrote the amount of lore I wanted to share for the video, like it would be a narration with images. The problem is the amount of images I'd have to draw for it to make sense, because a lot of it is visual. And most people don't care about the VTuber side, so it wasn't worth the effort, honestly. But maybe I'll make it one day. Who knows? Question 20. What are your favorite things to act out? Like your favorite tropes to record, or favorite scenarios you have to play around with, etc. That's an interesting question. Evil monologues are a guilty pleasure of mine. I also really like emotional, sad scenes. I think when I have to cry for a script, it makes me immerse myself in the story and characters more. Question 21. What is your favorite childhood memory? I don't have a lot of childhood memories, especially not good ones. But the ones that come to mind are this time my dad bought this big piece of paper we drew on it together. It's just a bunch of nonsense with mechs, superheroes, monsters, and alien ships. But that'll always be a memory I cherish. Question 22. Other types of content? I guess you mean non-VA or VTubing content. Well, creating a video game and webtoon/comic have always been on my bucket list, and I have the writing and art skill necessary to do it myself. So, yeah, I'll definitely make something else eventually. Question 23. Hobby removed from what you do? Probably the most removed thing from what I do is bass guitar. I'm not very good. In fact, I kind of suck at it, but, in a weird way, it's kind of comforting having something I don't have to be good at, if that makes sense. Question 24. Favorite dish to cook, serve, or eat? Probably keto pizza is my favorite. When I started the keto diet, there were many foods that I couldn't eat anymore, so I tried to make alternatives. I really like the aspect of trying to improve the recipe each time I make it. Question 25. What is the biggest fear you overcame? That's a hard one. I notice anytime that I had a fear, usually due to a traumatic incident I had as a child, I would sort of just exposure therapy myself to get over it. I got attacked by a dog when I was a kid, and I was scared for little dogs for a long time. And big dogs terrified me. But my friend owned several dogs, and I sort of just got over it. Same with water. I almost drowned when I was a kid, and I was afraid of deep bodies of water for a long time. And one day my friend took me to the beach, and I just decided I was going to get over or die in the ocean, I guess. Probably not the best idea looking back, and wouldn't recommend it, but it worked for me. Question 26. What is your biggest pride? Not sure what that means. I'm not really proud of anything I've ever made. I always see so many faults and mistakes and things that could improve and everything. I guess if there's any aspect of myself that I like, it's the willingness to learn and improve. Question 27. What does the perfect day look like to you? The season would be fall. A little chilly, just enough for a blanket or a jacket. Snuggled up next to my girlfriend and a cat, watching anime. Question 28. What is the most eccentric item you own? I own a number of swords and ceremonial daggers and weaponry. My father was a collector of sorts. I don't think I own anything too strange, unfortunately. I have a box that looks like a book. Question 29. What animal would you like to be? Cat. Like, was there anything else you were expecting? Question 30. My question is 3 parts. 1. When did you realize your voice was, well, sexy, for lack of a better word? I don't know exactly. I'd been doing audios for a bit, and I received comments about my voice being sexy, and I didn't believe it. I thought people were just making fun of me. But yeah, eventually I was like, oh, people really like my voice, huh? So I'm aware that the effect my voice has on some people. But to be honest, I don't personally think it's anything special. 2. Why did you decide to start a YouTube channel? Well, I used to have a Let's Play channel. It was cringe. I think I got like 8 subs or so. Had like a whole Bloodborne Let's Play. I eventually found VTuber Studio, back when it didn't have an English translation. And as someone who doesn't like their physical appearance and really likes their privacy, being a VTuber was appealing. So I made a new channel. This one. I don't think there's anyone left from the early days of this channel, but my first videos were also Let's Plays. I did like an entire Coffee Talk Let's Play, and I think I did Portal 2 with Dave. A couple others. 32. Why ever did you think that you wouldn't get 1K subscribers? I don't know. I didn't think anyone would like anything I make. I guess I don't really fit in with other creators either. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't feel like I'm as good or like I'm not as marketable. That's just how I see things. Question 33. What's your favorite time to record? Oh, whoa. Before the deadline, I guess. I don't really have a particular time that I record. Most time periods come with their own caveats. Like I'm tired early in the morning, but later in the day, as for there's the most cars, I can't really do louder scripts, like anything that's yelling in it at night, so yeah. Question 34. Can you believe it's not butter? It's what? And finally, question 35, which was, could you give some advice? I don't know if I'm suited to give advice to anyone, but I think the best advice for anyone starting any sort of creative pursuit is to just do it. Don't worry too much about your skill level or knowledge or equipment. Just do it. It doesn't matter if it sucks. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in what you're creating fully. Just do it. Seeing if you like it, then after it's done and release, seeing if you want to try again is the best thing you can do. That's all. There weren't that many questions, but that's fine. I'm not that interesting anyway. Thank you all for 1K subs. It really means a lot. I can't fathom 100 people, let alone 1,000 liking my content. Really, every like and especially every comment encouraged me to improve my content further. So thank you to all my viewers. And thank you all the writers whose scripts I filled. So a big thank you to Lupin Stole My Heart, Turtle Shark, John ASMR Scripts, David Gnash, Mattias Matt, Blue Rose Audio, Young Con, Soft Like Static, Waterway Woodsmith, Esme Jones, and Noir Cosmica. Writers don't get enough credit in this audio roleplay community, but they are the backbone of it. So I like to make sure that they're always credited. I can write my own scripts, but it's not nearly as fast or as high quality to do consistently. So it's not an exaggeration to say that this channel wouldn't be possible without them. So yeah, hope I didn't forget anyone whose scripts I've done. That'd be embarrassing. And special thanks to my beau, David Nash, and Noir, who have been very encouraging and helpful in this journey. I don't think I could have done this without them either. And yeah, see you for the next milestone. Bye.